Hi, this video is brought to you by Doomed Moviethon, the book, available now at Amazon.com. It's the reason for videos, like this one you're about to see. Bye. Hey there folks, this is Richard of DoomedMoviethon.com. It has been a very long time since I've made a video, and it's been a very long time since I've had a movie-thon. I've decided to remedy that by doing both in one. So, this is the Unseemly Moviethon. I picked a whole bunch of things to watch that I've never seen before. And for the next 3 days, I'm going to watch movies, which should be fun because I have a horrible splitting headache right now. The rules for this movie-thon were simple. So yes, things I have never seen before, but also they had to be physically in my collection, so no streaming movies. I hope that's okay with you guys, that I don't stream anything. I have about 15 movies picked. Let's hope I can do 5 per day, because I don't even know what the first movie is. I'm just going to start right now. I'm going to grab something, probably something short, with like a short running time, because that's, I don't know if it's smart or stupid. I don't know anything anymore. So thank you for joining me on this journey. I'll see you in a little while after the first movie, and we'll talk about it. Thanks. Okay, so first movie accomplished. Congratulations to me. I watched Dungeon Master on this beautiful frickin' Shout Factory, Scream Factory set. All-night horror movie marathon. Too bad it's daytime. They didn't think of that. They didn't think we could watch movies during the day. That's very not insightful. Got some notes on the Dungeon Master. It was like 8 or 9 movies in one, and it was amazing. Like, the movie-thon is almost peaking right with the first movie. I love the Dungeon Master. We got Richard Band doing the music, and Richard Mole playing the villain, which is incredible. He's a tall man, but not the tall man. My favorite quote in the movie, it might be my mantra: I reject your reality and I substitute my own. We got heavy metal Wow from Wasp. Amazing. The main character, Paul, he lets technology interfere with his relationship. Talk about your science fiction, folks. This is a menagerie of monsters and computer frickin' gobbledygook. Not computer generated, folks, just computer crapola. Wow. Yeah. Time to move on to the next movie. Let's see where this adventure takes me. People. The Brainiac. Shout out to my pal Tim Paxton. He sold me this movie because he was trying to fund a trip to India. What? I want to go to Mexico, where this is made. So yeah, The Brainiac. Here's my notes. Woo woo. Well, I loved it. I mean, I'm 2 for 2 today. I really enjoyed Dungeon Master. I really enjoyed The Brainiac. Brainiac's a little clunky, but it's just so innovative and frickin' bizarre that it's impossible not to enjoy it. Of course, I watched the extremely broken English dub over the Mexican to spare my eyes reading subtitles, and it was just great. The whole introduction of the movie is really ridiculous. It feels like a overly talky Black Sunday riff, so it's Black Sunday meets science fiction monster movie. So you got supernatural and science fiction all in the same frickin' beautiful bucket of brains, or a goblet of brains, or whatever. My favorite quote from the movie is, "It so happens that liquor does me damage. I had a very strange disease." There's beautiful ladies in the movie. There's sharp-dressed dudes and a frickin' brain-eating monster who's just a wacky monster whose whole head pulsates when he's hungry. That's just how I get when I'm hungry, which is why Leetta made sausage and spinach risotto. Well, these were leftovers, but she made them and they were delicious. So that's it for the second movie. I need a nap already. I'm a mess. My band Caduceus had a gig last night. I have that horrible headache and I've taken sinus medication, so I'm going to go crash out for a bit, come back with the third movie. Let's hope that this pattern of pain is not a pattern, it's just a stop it. Stop the pain, bro. Death by invitation. You're invited to death. I'm not sure what I just watched. I know my pal Jeffrey, co-host of Hello, This is the Doom Show, he really recommended Death by Invitation. And knowing his tastes, it had Jeffrey written all over it, so it was interesting. I like the pasty-faced townspeople who grab a witch and presumably burn her alive or hang her, don't really see. This reminded me of the Devonsville Terror, which I liked better, but this early 70s cheap feel was pretty fun. You have an overbearing patriarch who, of course, is a descendant of the original asshole from the Salem witch trial days. I wanted him to die first. He doesn't. The score for this movie can be aggressively annoying. Real low budget, just keyboard, synthesizer, people banging on stuff, just like really, really obnoxious. It got old pretty quick. But overall, the music wasn't bad. Just a couple pieces are wow. Got wood paneling, tacky fashions, very anti-hippie vibe to all the older generation. Was he some kind of hippie? Sometimes it's intentionally funny. Sometimes I don't know what was happening. I have no idea if they were supposed to be jokes or what, but it happened. Sorry, Lieta made nachos, and I ate too much, so pardon me if I seem a little bloated and irritable. The thing I hated, and the thing that Lieta also didn't appreciate, aggressive dude gets laid because he's persistent. No. Hate seeing that in movies. It's so freaking awful. Oh, by the way, I did take a nap. That's why I feel great. Headache is gone, so I guess I'm ready for another movie. What will it be? I'm pretending I don't know for dramatic effect, but I actually know. Nightmare Sisters, directed by good old David Duchovny, or as Joe Bob calls him, David Dakota. I don't know how to say his name. I don't know how I've been avoiding this movie for so long. It's probably the ridiculously long intro. The intro with the fortune teller goes on a long time. The dude's using a bad Indian accent. It ain't right, man. Michelle Bauer, Brink Stevens, Linnea Quigley, the triumvirate of amazing scream queens from the 80s. It's offensive, and it's tasteless, and it's pointless, and it's pretty great. It's a lot of fun. Impossible to take seriously. Goes these really long distances to get to really bad jokes, so you'll be doing this bit for a long time, and there's the zinger, and you're like, what am I doing here? This is horrible. Typical movie from this director. It's got some hilarious out-of-focus moments, and cheap. If you thought Death by Invitation was cheap, you ain't got nothing on frickin' Nightmare Sisters. My favorite line in the movie, do you mean I'm holding a dead medium's ball? Our three favorite scream queens playing nerds is just the cutest thing ever. I love it. And finally, the monster at the end of the movie is sad. Really, really, really sad looking monster. Just awful. But yeah, I watched it. Time for another movie. I think my head's gonna explode brain, whatever. Okay, I just finished movie number 5, The Zombies of Moratau. Moratau? Zombies of Moratau. Black and white zombie movie with diamonds. It's great. My brain is mush. So movie number 5, complete. I liked this movie immediately when it started. It's just what the doctor ordered. Zombie doctor, maybe. It's classy junk. All the day for night made my eyes bleed. People pretending that they're underwater is really cute. There's lots of underwater sequences with people doing this. The wetsuits, the diving tanks had bubble machines in the back. It was so cute. There's a lot of fun faces and moments in this movie that are just great. I highly recommend this movie. Gets a little repetitive as they're running back and forth, but seriously, it's just great stuff. Before I watched this movie, I went outside and watered the plants because I needed to get out of the house for a moment. It's hot. It's like really hot outside. And then I ate some of Lietta's homemade coffee ice cream. So she's trying to kill me by making me eat ice cream that was delicious. It's all her fault. Last movie of the night right now. My buddy Sam is here. He's in my band, Gyrojets. He plays drums. I guess it's our band. I don't own anything. One more tonight. Okay, here we go. The last film of the day, film 6 from Andy Sedaris. I think this was the sequel to Hard Ticket to Hawaii, a little film called Picasso Trigger. If you've seen one Andy Sedaris film, then you kind of know what we're getting into here. My buddy Sam was here for the whole thing. He saw the tail end of Zombies of Moratau, all kinds of good stuff there, and of course he got to see Picasso Trigger. My pal Jason was supposed to join us, but he wasn't feeling good, so shout out to Jason. Hope you feel better, dude. You missed a friggin' movie. We got dialogue that you can predict before the actors say it, like it's so trite and fun that you just know what the person's gonna say right before they say it. The villain in the movie looks like David Koresh. I wrote down 2 lines of dialogue. I wrote down, "Chokorama, you're known for it, baby doll." And I wrote down, "Is that a snorkel in his pocket, or is he just happy to see me?" Wow. This is the pinnacle of human entertainment. That this is the most wildly complicated plot ever. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. All in all, a great way to end the day. My brain feels like a bag of shit. I feel like garbage right now because I'm a mess. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be a little better at this, but I think 6 movies in a row with just one nap in there, one little hour nap in there, and did me good. I feel like my face is just a pile of saliva, not because the dog was licking me, but because my friend Sam was here. Oh wait, that didn't sound good. Sorry, Sam. So end of day 1, I'm done. See you tomorrow. We got more movies. Picasso Trigger, pulling the trigger. Okay, it is day 2 of the Unseemly Moviethon. I did not wake up with a horrible headache today, so I'm feeling much better. Thumbs up. Thumbs way up, thumbs up-ish. Got more movies to watch. I keep pointing at the camera for no reason. I apologize. But I dreamt that I was at the bookstore and they had a new copy of, or the new issue of Shock Cinema magazine. So even in my dreams, I'm pathetic. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for not bailing on this video just yet. You'll want to do that soon, though. I'm going to go pick a movie. Disconnected from 1984. That's a year. My friend Will Clark got me this one, and I just finished it. So movie number 7 or... Oh, I'm sorry. I have to take this. Hello? Oh, yeah. No, I like the new wave songs. Like, it had an interesting soundtrack. Mm. Yeah, no, the documentary style interviews were okay. Luckily, it was just with the one guy. Oh. No, the girl plays twins, Alicia and Barbara Ann. No, I thought that was good. Yeah, like, art house horror, grainy look, probably shot on 16 mil. What? Oh, my favorite line. No, my favorite line was, "It's a pity those girls can't eat grinders anymore." Yeah. No, I hated that song. Yeah, Death in Small Doses. Death in Small Doses. It's really stupid. I know. Yeah, Alicia should have just gotten a frickin' iPhone. Block the number. Technology's great. Yeah, the movie drags. So what? What? I just... The Velvet Vampire. We watched it. It was on this collection of movies that I own, Roger Corman. And I took notes, because I've never taken notes on a movie. At least not that I know of. We ate hot dogs, and then we watched this movie with a cool, impressive opening titles that were pretty. We got cool music with fuzz guitar, piano, keyboard. Just, I like the score. Art galleries, hippies, and amazing early 70s everything. Cool cars, a dune buggy, come on. Line of dialogue I liked was, "A trained person doesn't give gas," which is not true. Got some soft focus fun. Fake bat attack, always love that. Rattlesnake was thrown, but I don't think a rattlesnake was killed. Bonus for not killing the rattlesnake. I saw it coming. I was like, no. But then they didn't do it. They just threw him, which, hey, you gotta throw some snakes. It was the early 70s. Yeah, and I love the ending. Vampire fun. But I have to wonder, was this the same year as Daughters of Darkness? Because it felt like the American version of Daughters of Darkness. I think you could compare imagery and plot and find a lot in common with those two films. You do the research, because I'm not going to. Thank you. The super infra-man. Or to quote the song, "Mama told me there'd be days like this." Nah, it has nothing to do with that song. Movie number 9. Here's my notes. Enjoy them. This is a Shaw Brothers frickin' Ultraman ripoff. Leota called it within the first couple minutes. She's like, "Is this an Ultraman ripoff?" And I said, "Oh yes it is." I love how they try to establish this character by creating him, but yet people remark like, "Oh, it's Inframan, he's gonna save us," and you're like, this is his first appearance. The movie's glorious. The special effects are completely magical. Everyone involved was on drugs, I think. My favorite line was, "I'm willing to do anything to be Infragirl." Infragirl does not make an appearance in this movie. It's occasionally graphically violent and always confusing. Stuff happens and then kicking. And people get their hands cut off. So yeah, Moviethon over. Moviethon over.
Except for more movies.
Bloodsong, aka Frankie Avalon, is Crazy Flute Boy. Plays the flute like a boy, but he's a man. He's all man, baby. This is a VHS rip, which is important to watch after you've had olive and artichoke pasta with feta cheese that Leota made. This has the the childhood trauma flashback, which is usually a good sign with a slasher movie. Richard Jekyll's in it. He plays a total dick knuckle. But there's a scene where he thoughtfully cuddles a beer can. It's a key moment in the film. Frankie Avalon is the murderer. Like I said, he's a flutist, or a flautist. He says, "You're not my daddy. My daddy never hurt me. Never, ever. My head feels like my skull is shrinking." This has a good after-school special vibe that everyone likes, without exception. And it reminds me a little bit of The Demon, starring Cameron Mitchell. Sweaty Cameron Mitchell to you. Folks, I need more movies, but I'll probably take a little break. Dude, that bruise on your shoulder, is that from Shibari? I realized that Frankenhooker was an R-rated movie, so I called in some help because I don't want to watch a parental guidance suggested film. What the fuck is she? I noticed that Frankenhooker is an R-rated movie, and so I decided to call in my parental guidances. Here's my notes. This is the best movie of the bunch. The most self-aware Dr. Frankenstein I've ever seen. My favorite line is, "I'm gonna get another shoe. I will never be the same after this movie." And finally, a sense of one-upmanship scene by scene, the likes of which I've rarely seen. Oh, by the way, this is the propal, and a little propal. Folks, we watched Frankenhooker, film number 11, and then the propal came to be here with Shibari. Don't touch my shoulder, you old man. 420 perp kush, hang 10. Do you know the phrase, one film too many? Do you know why no one says the phrase, one film too many? Because nobody watches one film too many. I am that man. The Secret of Dorian Gray. I should have gone to bed after Frankenhooker. I did not go to bed after Frankenhooker. Film number 12. Surprising no one, I had to have something Italian in this movie-thon, so I picked the movie that feels like a giallo immediately. This is Massimo Dallamano. I think I'm saying his name wrong. Good. Lots of London exteriors to trick us into thinking it was a London movie. It's not a London movie, it's an Italian movie. The music is exquisite. It's definitely Dorian Gray. Dorian Gray, Dorian Gray. My ear's ringing. I don't know if you can hear that. There's a J&B sighting. It's just a beautiful movie. Lots of sexy hippies. And lots of giallo people in it. I recommend it. My face hurts. Good night. See you tomorrow. Hey there, folks. Welcome to day 3, the final day of the Unseemly Moviethon. I slept very well. Oh my god, like a corpse. I dreamt about Prince. I was actually at his concert backstage. It was like his huge concert at some kind of like a stadium or giant music hall or whatever. And I was watching from backstage, so I saw the actors that were going to dance, the dancers, and I saw the orchestra and his band, and I saw him, and Prince was performing, and his guitar was as big as a surfboard, and it had all of his guitar pedals glued to it, and I was like, that's how it's done. It was really weird. I also dreamt about my friend Marky. I was trying to fix one of his guitars. It didn't really work because I don't know how to fix anything. So, day 3 is here. I don't know what to say. I've got 4 more movies. Hopefully I can make it through all 4. After 2 days, 6 movies a day. Wow. Somebody reminded me how much better at this I was in Giallo Meltdown, where I had much longer movie-thons. But I'm getting old, and my eyes are old, my face is stupid. What can you do? So without any further preamble, let's get to the movies. Oh, by the way, we went to brunchies. I had the Billy Goat omelet. Leetta had the Lutz Bubba. And we had lots of iced coffee. Well, I did. and grapefruit juice, orange juice, and then we went to Lowe's. Let me tell you something about Lowe's, everybody. Their movie selection sucks. Peace or war. I don't know. Stupid. That was dumb. Godzilla Tokyo SOS. Some kind of kaiju movie? No. I love watching kaiju movies first thing in the morning. Although I guess 11 a.m. isn't really first thing, but whatever, it happened. We get to see Mechagodzilla, Godzilla, and frickin' Mothra almost immediately. Just so fun. 2003, I think this movie came out. CGI, of course, is dated, but the model cities, weapons, model tanks, and dudes in monster suits, that never goes out of style. The movie is corny and maudlin as heck. Lots of very obvious emotional manipulation and heavy-handed stuff, but it was fine. My favorite line in the movie was, "Who says I get crazy about cannons?" Time to move on from Japan to, I guess, more not Japan movies. Frozen Scream. I can't believe I've been sitting on this one for a long time. You can see my butt impression. Fantastic dubbing. Everyone's dubbed except one lady who should have been dubbed by someone else, but they allowed her to dub herself, and she was pretty much unintelligible. The acting is so stiff in this movie that it feels like it was like computer-generated voice, like the text-to-speech people. Oh my god, that was great. The police sergeant, who's the main character, he frickin' narrates, and none of his narration helps the movie whatsoever. It's completely broken. This is a Halloween movie. This takes place on 2 different Halloweens, a year apart. Hope that's not a spoiler. The word immortality is said more times than the synthesizer blasts when stuff happens, so lots of stuff happens, and the word immortality is said a lot. I will leave you with the quote I wrote down, which is, "Have you ever noticed how cold Catherine is? She's like walking ice." Well, I'm like walking ice, because I've only got 2 movies left. Let's go see what I'm going to watch. Shall we? Celluloid Dweller, or as I've been calling it, Celluloid Dweller. Jeffrey Combs is in it. What? Comic books are evil. Yvonne DiCarlo is a condescending birch, and Lieta says, "This is what squares think artists are like," and I have to agree. Feels like a TV movie. I really liked the artist, the evil artist lady. Her plan to discredit the main character was very funny and very outrageous. Yeah, good times. I enjoyed that. Murder, She Wrote episode kind of a feel, just not plot. I wish more Murder, She Wrotes had really long shower scenes and nude sequences and people getting beheaded. It's time to pick the last movie. I can't do this anymore. Folks, time to go pick the final of this Unseemly Moviethon. Raise the roof. The satanic roof. The Attic. Moviethon complete, yo. But before I talk about that, let's talk about The Attic. Ray Milland, has he ever not played a complete douche knuckle? Monkeys, Say No to the Monkey. I noticed that Gary Graver shot this one. Love me some Gary Graver. Mainly for Trick or Treats, I think he did, not his pornos. Carrie Snodgrass as a suicidal alcoholic librarian. What more do you want? Her performance is incredible. She's totally heartbreaking and great. Ray Milland, like I said, is a fucker. What a bastard. Oh, Ray Milland is an anagram for Ram Any Dill. This is a tense and sad movie, but the hints of gallows humor and the Walter Mitty vibe really help balance things out. So overall, just a great film. The ending is truly shocking. Like, it's a good one. So now this is over, I picked my 5 favorites here. I mean, obviously every one of these was my favorite, but I have to pick 5 favorites. So I'm going to go in order that I wrote them down here. The Dungeon Master, ironically the first film I started with, was one of my favorites. Frankenhooker, wow, how has that movie been eluding me for so many years? Frankenhooker. Frozen Scream. Wowie, wow, wow. Frozen Scream. It's got, Nightmare Weekend vibes, so I can watch Frozen Scream and Nightmare Weekend back to back. The Zombies of Moratau. Really fun, really enjoyed that. And finally, last but not least, a tie between Picasso Trigger and Celluloid Dweller. I would happily watch either of those again. That's my list. Folks, thank you so much for watching this movie-thon. If you made it this far, if you didn't, you're smart. Why would you watch me talk about movies? It's dumb. Thanks to the Propel for stopping by. Thanks to Sam. And thanks to the folks who contributed to the Moviethon, and thanks to my wife for putting up with this crap for 3 days. 16 movies in 3 days, not too bad. Yeah, I feel like crap now. I don't want to watch another movie, but we'll probably watch like The Muppet Show or something. I'm okay, guys. I'm okay.